You're welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the tenants, some landlords and some agents, the behavior of some landlord and agent towards tenants. It's no longer in news about how tenants and how some landlords and some agents they forcefully evict some tenants out of the home using hike in rent of houses, using hike in rental value of properties. Now they increase the rent of these properties and giving the tenant no option either than to accept the hike in the rent or to pack out and leave the house. And tenant has no any other option than to pack out and to leave because this some of these agents and landlords they refuse to reduce this rent of this rental value. Every year, some landlords and some agents takes the matter of duty to keep increasing the rent of houses, while some might even give the tenant a one year break before the increase, some 2 years break before the increase. Why you have a very good and nice tenant, a very good and nice landlord or agent, we give you up to 3 years. 3 years break before another increase, which is actually within what the law demands. But what we see today is that most of these agents and most of these landlords don't give this tenant any break. Why some give just one break and they forcefully, when they increase the rent so high that the tenants cannot afford, without upon they use that to chase the tenant out. Why are they doing all this? Just so that they can get another agent, someone to come in and pay another agency fee and another agency fee, another agreement fees, and also pay cushion fee. The government, the 2 years is passed, they increase the rent again in order to force that other tenant out. They turn tenant into their ATM machine and they turn tenants into their cow that makes money for them. And this has actually and this actually have impact in the lives of Lagosian because some of these tenants don't have money to pack out. Some go house to borrow money in order to pack, while some go and live in the very smaller place. Why those that don't have money spread their family members to some stays with friends, some stay with members of the family. And at the end of the day, you see some of those, especially the girls that are high risk that goes to stay some members of the family, even some friends. Some of them, some of these girls are being raped. At the end of the day, some become prostitute, some of them become pregnant at the early age. Why some of the men goes into crime, some goes into drug. This has come the government have to step in. The government have to step and put an end and try to stop and put an end to all this attitude of landlords and some of these agents that called so-called house agents in Lagos. Let me talk my own experience. My own experience was they sent me a rent review, and I challenged the rent review because it was 100% rent review, and the agent it's just barely 2 years after the last increase of my rent, and you are increasing rent 100%. I challenged that increase. Why should this be? Why should it be 100%? Why is it some of these agents in Lagos State or even agents generally, when they give you people house to manage you, people think you can increase the rent exorbitantly, highly, you increase it anytime, any day, anyhow you people like. Because of that, the agent picked an offense, and at the end of the day, the agent picked an offense. At the end of the day, the agent gave me a quick notice to pack out of the house. Why? Because I challenged the rent, and I said, because of that, I challenged the rent to 100%, and I said, why is it they just think that because people give them flat to manage and they think they could do anything with a flat? He picked an offense to it and said, if I can't pay the money, let me pack out of the house. Oh, and I said, I'm not packing, I'm not going anywhere. And he said, and he said, I pack if I don't pack out, that the owner even needs the house, the owner wants to take. And he said, I'm not going anywhere, that she is the one that is actually in need of that, but she is the one that I've been looking for a way to push me out of that. Because that is what of this agent does. Even when they get in a tenant into the house, just after some few years, 2 years, 3 years, they'll look for a way to chase a tenant down so they can bring it another tenant, so they can connect another agency fees agreement. They turn tenant into that ATM. That was how a quick notice was posted on my doorpost when I went out before I came back. So this issue is becoming rampant in Lagos. The government has to put a stop to these agents and the attitude, the so-called company like mine. This is the agent that actually did mine, and that is the agent, and this is the name of a company. But like in my own particular case, like in my own particular case, and this is the agent in my own particular case. This is the agent that is in charge of my house because I just challenged the rent increment. She saw that as an insult and decided to land me with a quick notice to pack out of the house. It is either I take the rent or I just pack out of the house. And this is a company, and this is a company. So this is the name of her company. So I think it's high time that the Lagos State government has to step in and put an end to all this landlord and tenant matters and checkmate these agents and some of this landlord, their attitude and character, and put a stop to it.